Hey everyone, it's me Gavin Vengeance, and welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to hopefully finish Chapter 34 of Honkai Impact. Third, as I've been not feeling the best recently. I've been a little bit under the weather, and I have yet to do so, so it's time for me to try and catch up, because I know we got a brand new update today for Chapter 35, which I've yet to start, and I've yet to see anything on. Luckily, I've blocked out pretty much all spoilers possible, and I intend to keep it that way, so that way I keep all the reactions and all that stuff very authentic for you guys. I know you guys really appreciate that, so yeah. I want to get 34 out of the way. I'm going to just dive into it because it needs to be done, and I don't really want to ramble, but just a little bit of a heads up, if you guys still hear a little bit of like nasally congestion and that stuff, it's because I'm still like not completely over this cold. I'd say I'm like 85% or whatever, but just bear with me. We will get through this. Let's go. Alright, so, as you guys can tell, I've already got the Hersher of Finality. It's Kiana's brand new battle suit. I've got that one. I have not unlocked May's battle suit yet, and I have only got 2 stigmata out of 3 stigmata, I believe, for Kiana. And as you can probably not really tell because my camera's in the way, but I don't have enough crystals to even do a single pull, so hopefully we'll be able to accrue some crystals with this, and I should probably check the settings just to make sure that the volume levels are good. I tend to keep it a little bit loud, so I'm gonna knock down the sound of the stream. Hopefully, I don't know. Should I? Let me know if the audio level sounds right. If you guys are here live, I'd appreciate it very much. It seems like it's at like 40%. I think it should be fine. If it is a little bit too loud, then my apologies, I guess. You know what? Let's just drop it just to be safe. We'll go with that. 75% is good. And 40% on my like system side. Anywho, enough of that needless nonsense. Let's go and start up the stream. Let's get the Chapter 34 finale over with. I ended 2/3 of the way through, I believe. I keep pressing the wrong button. I am horrible. Alright, so, as you guys can see, I have done the chaotic dimension thingy that I didn't start last time because I didn't really know what it was. But I did it over the course of a couple of days, and I know I'm not completely done with it, but I mean, I've got what I wanted from it, so I don't know if I'm going to go back and complete it. I'll probably leave it as is. Let's dive into the main story. Chapter 34, quest number 12, or mission 12, I guess. So we've got mission 12, 13, 14, and 15 to go through, and then we start chapter 35 afterwards. Not 100% sure if we'll get into 35. It all depends on the length of 34. But we will try our best. See where it goes from there. Oh, starting off with May. Alright, I'm down. Let the reading commence. Nobody knows how much time had passed. I've always been learning how love works from different people. Some say that it's an instinct, some say that it's a complex and precise skill. I agree yet disagree with both perspectives, but if you ask me what I think it is, I believe that love can be learned. One day, we'll master it and understand its true form. But you also know that learning is a strange process. The more examples we have, the more different our conclusion will be from them. In other words, love that is carved in the stone is merely a dangerous form of self-delusion. Yeah, I guess. What are you trying to say? You're really an impatient one. Does this topic bore you, or do I bore you? Alright, then let's talk about this topic of yours. So after all your learning, you chose to trick children into going to the moon? It's better than trying to mix in with you guys one-sidedly. They were not thrown into a false dream as precious new humans. They were promised the world. For a long period of time, because I wasn't responsible enough, they could only rely on each other to survive. That won't be the case anymore. No matter who wins between you guys and the World Serpent. Raven? Have you ever said all these to the children? Why would I? That would be contradictory. To some of them, the day might eventually come, but I don't want to teach them those unnecessary survival skills myself. Of course, even if they do learn, I hope they'll never have to use them. In the end, you don't approve of Project Stigma either? But to go along with it is my best solution. So you continue to obstruct us as their protector. Don't be so hostile, Miss. I'm a cadre, I don't know, for the World Serpent after all. And before Project Stigma began, the World Serpent kept those children fed and clothed. After Project Stigma began, the World Serpent gave those children a brand new world. If it were you, how would you choose? Don't misunderstand. I'm not throwing a tantrum about how you don't understand. I just wanted to emphasize that we lead very different lives. You're simply a passerby in the darkness. You've always belonged to the light. So, do what you will. The World Serpent didn't order me to persuade every opponent of mine. Then, why did you appear before me? Here, of all places, too. Like I said, this really is a coincidence. I was in a bad mood and decided to take a stroll somewhere. And then, I met someone who was crestfallen too. A stroll in a place like this? Don't forget who holds the advantage now. To the World Serpent, this is the Eye of the Storm. Who would have thought that you'd be the reason this place exists? Meh. Rather than you, I'm the one with nowhere to go. I have always been the one. You can easily get an island. Yeah, just go get an island. What's wrong with you, Raven? Don't tease me. I'm a follower of the Savior, and will watch as he destroys and rebuilds the world. If I wish, I could become the owner of a wide land. But, perhaps you've heard about my past. After the island sank, I couldn't accept reality. But even if I realized my dreams then, would it have salvaged everything? You mean, you'd rather have an ideal that you can never fulfill? Don't say it so plainly, it's embarrassing. But those who have been sacrificed are the same. Hanging on to a futile dream day after day, year after year, doing meaningless things through their short lifetime. Mercenary, bartender, or an island. These are the ways I lived, and also a poison to my life. But there are still people out there who will call me their teacher, right? It seems like you're more suited to be the one... What? To be the one dreaming. I think so too. But unfortunately, I am someone who cannot dream. Oh, I'm not a specialist, sire. You are aware of the true nature of the dreams Project Stigma gives. They tie everyone's happiness or happiest moments together and share them with each other. If others' happiness could satisfy me, would I still be an outsider now? Outsider is an appropriate description. So, are you done with your beguilement? What? You think I'm too chatty? Unfortunately, I'm in a rush for time. Alright then. Don't let me hold you back, Miss Raiden, man. See you. At this moment, the two sounded friendly, but with their understanding of each other, they simultaneously reached for their weapons. Ah, shit. It is go time. I don't want to beat up Raven, man. I love Raven. So far, you've beaten me twice, and I've only beaten you once. Now, it's so time for me to beat you, I think. I don't know. Underestimate me, and you're in for a hard lesson. Then, you should have said goodbye forever just now. Jeez, dude. Claws out. Oof. Get these damn feathers off my screen! So, you'd side with the final winner? As long as the result is acceptable. I have no loyalty. Jeez. Just like Grey Serpent used to say, everyone fears true freedom. And ravens are known to hate anything new. I just love Raven so much. She has such a great personality. By far one of my favorite characters. Dude, I am juggling her. Oof. She's not gonna do the crazy, like, dashing across the screen stuff that she does in ER, right? Right? Oof. I can't see anything behind this pillar. Dude, she's got a lot of health. What a combo. Is she supposed to be this easy to juggle? I don't know. It's not letting me use my ult either, which is kind of odd. Oh! Quick time event? No? Oh, I was just supposed to reduce her health so much, I get it. I've said it before. You're no match against me. At least nobody's pinned down this time. I've had enough of that. 3 wins to 1. Miss, I hope I still have a chance to turn the tables. Leave. Still don't understand. Why did you come to see me? Like I said, it's a coincidence. Although, one can take advantage of coincidences too. To me, I really just wanted to have a chat with you. Humans are like that. They think that they are only hiding their thoughts, but when they want to spill, they'd realize that there's no one to listen. How about coming with me? Oh? Hey, how's it going? Welcome back to the stream. Appreciate you stopping by. Forget it. You're going to save the world. That's something only younglings are willing to do, and something only they can do. I'm probably too old for that. I'll just wait for the world to save itself. Yeah, I've been not feeling the best. I've been a little bit under the weather, and I'm still not 100%. Like, you could probably still hear a little bit of it in my voice, but I've been missing out on so much stuff. I got so much to catch up on with, like, Chapter 34's ending, and then Chapter 35, and then I also have, like, stuff in Genshin that I haven't touched yet. There's just too much to do that I'm just like, you know what, I can't wait until I'm fully better, because I just may end up coming down with the sickness again. I don't know. I gotta try to take advantage of the little bit of, like, good that I'm feeling right now. If you really care, speak for me in your future to get me out of the prison, or to get me out of prison. And it's about time. Time? Oh, I forgot to remind you. Sometimes physical lethargy makes you mentally weak as well. Raven, you... Oh, okay. So you're a little bit even further behind than I am. Gotcha. It is a hefty chunk of content, to say the least. Hey, it's only fair. You've won me 2 more times, so I'll put you to sleep 2 more times. You... Before she could realize where she had slipped up, the Herrscher lost all consciousness. Even in the vast space where the slightest murmur would echo, May fell silently. I will say, though, the last part of the desert has some beautiful scenery, and there's one area in particular that is, like, incredibly breathtaking as soon as you see it. It's awesome. She was consumed by a purple light and disappeared, just like what Raven witnessed when Project Stigma had just begun. And another person working behind the scenes walked over leisurely. Now, the final task is complete, right? Indeed, but I'm afraid you can't retire peacefully. Al-Haytham is cracked. That's what I'm trying to say. I honestly did not think that I was going to be maining Dendro of all elements, but he's incredible. His damage is just, it's astronomically superior than anything else that I have on my account right now. I mean, I'm felling bosses in seconds with him. It's crazy. Due to your act of betrayal just now, I've decided to terminate you from the world's Serpent immediately. Yeah, it's crazy. I think my main party setup right now is Diona as my healer slash shielder. Then I use oh my god, why am I blanking on the name? Nahida for Dendro resistance down, and for her like dome that she puts up. And then I also use Raiden Shogun, obviously for, you know, the electro reaction with Dendro, Quicken or something. I don't know, something like that. Anywho, and what is the other one? Dendro Bloom or some kind of bloom. And then Al-Haytham as my main DPS. So 2 Dendro characters, 1 Electro, and Diona. Yeah, Yelan is crazy good as well. I was using her instead of Nahida until I started using like the Dendro resistance down, and it makes a world of difference. Betrayal? Are you kidding? It's Hyper Bloom, that's what I'm thinking of. You've done what you should, but you've also said what you should not. It seems to me like you came just to give her a hint, but that won't hinder my work. You're probably the most boring Grey Serpent I've met. Then, what do you intend to do with me? If you're lucky, she'll fall into eternal slumber. Then, on account of our past camaraderie, I'll let this slide. I unfortunately did not pull for Nilou. I do think that she's a great looking character. She's very reminiscent of a Stigmata set named Handel, I believe, in this game, Honkai Impact 3rd. I was going to pull for her, but then I was kind of like, what if Al-Haytham comes in next? But that's the only reason I didn't go for her. If she gets a rerun, I probably will end up getting a copy of her. In contrast, if she were to escape because of your help... Yeah, Eden Stigma, exactly. I can spare a bit more effort to bury the both of you together soon after. Great, thanks, man. Wow, aren't you considerate? When are you going to get a robot girlfriend? I'm just joking. You cannot trap her in a dream. Hare has already tried to. And don't say something like, I'm allowing her to face her true self again. That riddle is long outdated. I'm allowing her to face her true self. Never mind. I really dislike that mechanical mind of yours. And if there's nothing else, run for your life before things conclude. Natasha Siora. Now, you're also the World Serpent's nemesis. There's barely anyone left in World Serpent, aside from you robot heads. Great insult. But she also knew that he wasn't the type of Grey Serpent with a sense of humor. The discussion just now coldly connoted her exile. But before that, there's an important and long journey she must make. At that thought, she unconsciously looked up at the sky, and quickly looked away as she shook her head. It's an animal? Really? In this space void of common sense, there was no moon in the sky. And an insult. I have an idea. In a space so close yet so far, the Hersher did not fall into a conventional slumber. With the previous failures, not precious failures, that doesn't make sense. With the previous failures in mind, Grey Serpent used a new technique to seal her within her own heart. Ah, gotcha. Before this, perhaps nobody aside from him would have imagined that principles of Project Stigma could be used in this manner. Of course, right now, she was unaware of Grey Serpent's wishful thinking. Seems like this isn't a simple dream. Well, I probably butchered the pronunciation of Ciora by chances as well, but I'm really not well versed in different languages. I can barely speak English half the time. Considering the nature of Project Stigma, do they no longer have sufficient resources to create sweet dreams for everyone? Did Bronya or Durandal manage to do this unexpectedly, or... What is going on? What I cooked tastes so bad. Dad. Oh, we are getting flashbacks to May's childhood? What the? This is so random. No one is serving your meals now, right, Lady Raiden? Or serving you meals, not your meals. Who'd eat with a crook's daughter? World Serpent took me for a crybaby. Okay. That is not a side of May that I remember seeing at all. Not even in the mangas. Maybe it's just me, I don't know. But this is a different... This is eye-opening, I'll say that much. It's very strange to see her vulnerable. Are these false memories, I wonder? I don't care what you say, but you need to learn how to respect people. Even though everyone distanced themselves and unprecedented evil wrapped itself around her, the girl did not flinch. She was so strong that even after the glory of her family's legacy had faded, she could make everyone acknowledge her again. From then on, Lightning Empress was no longer a nickname, but a name of prestige. It can't be that. Kiana? Hey, don't mind me. It's great you're alright. This must be from like the early days of Saint Freya? Oh, Nagazora. Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense. During that incident, the girl did not rely on the fear of Honkai to decimate all as a Hersher. Mastering the sword was no simple feat of the past. Relying on her swordsmanship, practiced since childhood, and the innate power within, she led her friends out of danger. She did not become a Hersher and had nothing to speak of with the Shixel. So, this is what you had up your sleeve, World Serpent. She finally understood something. With the realistic materials that Project Stigma used, the other her was rewriting her own story. If she had not been so weak from the start, what would have happened? Rather than sharing others' happiness, to be able to amend every regret I have in life would be a better dream. But Raven, you are indeed merely a hoax for the mastermind. Not someone who cannot dream. Kiana, quick, get behind me! That's right. Honkai will not vanish into thin air, but it can be kept far away. When they are no longer dead set on changing the world, they can ironically take care of their lives much better, and those two girls have always been lucky. The world is still experiencing intense changes, but that has nothing to do with them, and as normal humans, at least they have each other. Alright. So I kind of understand what's going on. It's almost like they're showing her the possibilities of if the world was rebuilt and they were just normal humans without any kind of like Hersher abilities. They're abnormally lucky and they could still have each other and still be content if they lived the new life without Honkai, I guess. I'm thinking that's kind of what it's showing us, like the glimpse of a possible future or a possible like alternate reality. Ah, I was too careless. Never mind. I can still help. Kiana, actually, if you didn't help, we would already be eating by now. I really want to learn to cook from you. It's too boring to merely wash dishes. Alright, you've really improved a lot. Wash this for me. Does your hand still hurt? Don't touch the knife anymore. I'm fine. Alright, this bracelet? It'll be fine even if it gets wet, right? You gave it to me, after all. Come on, don't get sentimental. It'll be fine. I've given you so many things. If you treat every one of them so delicately, you can't get much done. That's true. Ah, everyone's talking about that online. About how the Shixel Overseer announced about the existence of Honkai. I read about that too. But don't buy into those conspiracy theories. Don't listen to Andor's lies. I heard that there are already scams about Honkai. Of course, I'm not a kid. But there are a lot of people talking about it. Everyone says that Doomsday is approaching. Hey, if that's true, how would you spend your last day on Earth? That's an irrelevant question. We have to believe in the Shixel Valkyries. We're discussing it because it's irrelevant? I won't have to mood to do so otherwise. Probably translation issue, I don't know. And when we were young, we've already missed some inconceivable battles. We're not much older now. Then, if Doomsday really comes, let's go and save the world. How about that? What are you talking about? We're not like Durandal who dominates the headlines. We can always try. Then, May, what would you want to do? There's no point thinking about the impossible, and it's not something nice to think about either. But if that day really comes... Oh! New Arahato is starting! May, give me a minute! I'll turn up the volume! Where's the remote control? If that day really comes... Huh? May? What did you say? It's nothing. Huh. Kiana, what have you been washing? You can't make omelets with strawberries? Not even as a taste test. Shit. She's completely useless. The scene that had never happened quickly faded away. Clearly, she and Kiana had grown a lot along the way. Even if Honkai were to disappear for good, they would never have such a naive conversation. But growth, while others might think that it is a process worth celebrating, it is accompanied by an intense pain, be it in the body, bones, or soul. 1,000 sails shall pass the sunken ship. A flourishing forest shall thrive ahead of a wilted tree. Contrary to what optimists might think, pain was not always meaningful. If humans did not have to face pain in the future, and need not reflect on their pain to learn, why must they grow? May remembered what she saw in the Elysian realm while she was tracing data for a particular sophist, words from normal humans of the previous era. I don't care about the world's truth or the final victory. I just want someone to hold me when I die. Yeah. That's enough drama. Dude. She has had enough. Slashing the space open, this wasn't something that the Hersher of Thunder could do. And it was difficult to say whether the dream was a certain type of space. Oh my god, I can't speak. Jeez, sorry. If the space could be destroyed so simply, she would not have needed help the previous time she escaped. But in truth, she had complete control over the space because of that person's existence. Come out now! Finally realized. But after such a long time, what's with this attitude? We're familiar with each other, no need for courtesies. And you weren't very friendly with your greetings in the past. Hersher of Thunder? Or rather, my will of stigma. I guess you're not completely dumb after all. Ironically, I'm grateful for the experiences that Project Stigma has given me. After all, considering how Project Stigma operates, they are rather limited in the personas they can awaken. Father had mentioned this before. He only agreed to plant the Gem of Conquest in me because, for some reason, that was the only way to save my life. But because you appeared so naturally, even I thought that the voice resonating within me was that of the Hershers, and did not realize that. Before that, I was an incomplete and self-destructive stigma awakened. And you were made after that illness had been neutralized. What a ridiculous conclusion. It's simple. Your mother unfortunately passed her cancer down to you. That's all there is to it. The Hersher forms that we know are incredibly different. We never had a past that broke us mentally, and even as a Hersher form, why are you only obstinate when it comes to Kiana? The Hersher sentience is far more brutal than you. Don't misunderstand. It's because I couldn't stand how weak you were. And don't you know an Elysia? I'm afraid you're very different from Elysia. Although we've been together for such a long time, I never truly understood you. It's the same for you. What nonsense. Now that you've gotten stronger, you have the guts to provoke me? If you understood me, you wouldn't come to me in such an unusual manner. Those scenes that you rewrote were not only illogical, but also proof that you don't understand Kiana and me. So, I can't help but think that. After metamorphosis, you've truly vanished. And so when Project Stigma recreated you, you only inherited my knowledge, not my emotions. A load of gibberish. Touch your heart. Can you really say that you don't want all those things? Yes. I've given my power, my everything to you. And what for? For Kiana. And because of that, what Project Stigma gave us isn't enough. You're confused because you don't understand Kiana enough. A man's character is his fate. You try to understand this statement directly. For example, when faced against Doomsday, Kiana will only make one decision, to use all her strength to stop it from happening. The result is irrelevant? It's an attitude towards life. That's because you're too weak. Because you don't have the ability to solve the problem. You can only watch as someone else sacrifices. And you dare claim that it's her true nature? You're really weak beyond salvation. Looks like you've really been asleep for too long. Now, between the two of us, you're the weaker one. Before I came here, I met a friend. She appeared before me as a loser, to act as a counterexample and emphasize that love of any form is not a mechanical idea, but an understanding born from respect. But truthfully, she didn't have to do that. If I had not already learned that by now, returning to Kiana would have been a mistake. Yet you showed me those impossible suppositions. Suppositions? I don't know. Suppositions? Regardless of your motive, you've underestimated Kiana's character and insulted everything that Elysia had shown me. That tone. You followed the Flame Chaser's footsteps, and you're proud about that? Although I'm not proud, why can't I be? After I left that place, I thought about it over and over again. Rather than my will, I have gotten closer to them in terms of strength. In that case, why can't I consider myself their student? Foolish. Weak. If the teachers have already failed, what will become of the student? Never mind the Flame Chasers, are failures or not. Even if they failed in what they did, it doesn't mean that they'll lead their successor astray. The world is a big place. In the eyes of destiny, most people are just a process. Just like the Flame Chasers, I believe that I don't have to exceed my responsibilities. I just have to do what I can to do my best. As for who may end my destiny, that's not important. Not important. You believe that Kiana will be the one to end it? I don't believe it. I know it. In every aspect. She is the most suitable person to do so. You don't intend to stop her anymore? Even if you'll lose her as a result? Lose everything you have? Of course. I'll do my best to prevent that. But that's no reason for us to stop moving forward. We run into all sorts of problems in our lives, and confronting them always brings risks. No one can achieve anything beyond their ability just by telling themselves, yes, I can. And I can't do anything isn't a reason for avoiding questions. I still think Kiana is the origin of the world. For that reason, it's the life she wants, not the life I want, that matters. The future you showed me is only a happiness that belongs to you, a weakling. Kiana? She's grown into the strong. And so have I. You haven't forgotten your promise, have you? Of course not. You are more important than the world. That's exactly why we can't easily define the life of another. It is not irony if our efforts can't help her reach a state that's better for her. Even if it's a perilous course, I'll do my best to keep her safe. Fine. You may be right. I may like bluffing and dithering too much, but because of that, I am also ready to fight. It's time to throw down. I knew it. Absolutely called that shit. I knew it was gonna happen. It was bound to happen. They were calling each other weak. They were just throwing jabs at each other the entire time. Oh shit! No, I only got one hand. As you wish. Oh snap! Hersher of Thunder versus Hersher of Thunder. That's what I'm talking about. Impressive! Never judge a fast learner with old eyes. I mean, let's be honest. I'm pretty sure a lot of people were getting a little bit over the Hersher Thunder at this point. I think everyone was kind of ready for you know, another form for Raiden May. So old eyes, it's kind of accurate. I mean, Hersher Thunder's been out for quite a while. How is it? Are you satisfied with this battle? That's hard to say. Why? Do you want me to admit that I was wrong? Oh no. Since you want to do this the hard way, as you can see right now, I am the stronger one. Are you trying to be courteous to me? I'm just stating facts. And I've said it before, you don't understand me. But that's only because one can never understand oneself. It's the same for everyone. What nonsense are you spouting again? Why? Have you already forgotten? Before you appeared, Raiden May was just like you. Why else would you have gotten the nickname Queen right from the beginning? As for me, who is often described as gentle, it almost seems like a protective persona had appeared after going through a huge trauma. From this perspective, I seem more like the one who appeared later compared to you. Do you know what you're talking about? A weak and protective persona? Maybe you should think before you speak. As I've said, no one can understand themselves fully. I'm merely saying how I feel, which is why, at that point, you did what was most reasonable. People eventually have to learn their leave their childhood. Gentleness and cruelty are not mutually exclusive. In fact, just like the Dr. May that Prometheus spoke of, one must become cruel to protect their own gentleness. Huh, what worthless talk. Haven't we been through enough? When I left, I was not much different from when I came. But in a way, I've returned to my origin. I feel like it's a preview of something to come. Origin? Something to come, possibly? What? You still haven't given up on that aspect? Of course not. Good things will never disappear completely. This is my belief now. For example, I don't intend to part ways with you, because we are two sides of the same coin. The good that I believe in coexists with you. Those dreams, truthfully speaking, they are not the contempt I hold against you. Of course, you, Or rather, I don't think that is the best future. There's someone else who is truly prideful and ignorant about humans, no? Most of what I said was actually for it. After all, although I said that no one can never understand oneself, I also believe that as long as I am genuine and forthright, you will definitely understand me. In the end, you are also Raiden Mei. Very well. Since you've grown so much, go and kill the scum. Try not to put shame on the Raiden Mei name. Goodbye. We certainly are stubborn ones. Ain't that the truth? Jeez, dude. Oh! Wasn't expecting to get thrown right into another battle. Not gonna lie. This is the gameplay that we all know and love. Smash, 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 beam. Slash. Good old Herrscher Thunder. Can I help you? Clever. Only a non-human would understand humans so crudely. You're unbothered. Aren't you scared that your sire will settle accounts with you? I don't know anything. The technology you're testing is hidden from Kevin, right? You're a rare specimen. That lady named Elysia has broken free from the will of stigma, but you're still in chaos. As for the two Shixel S-rankers, their way of awakening is too particular to be of research value. You don't think you could turn the awakened stigma conscious so it'll replace their consciousness? Only in this way can the world, after the completion of Project Sigma, prosper faster. Sire doesn't care. In other words, he won't object. But it appears this experiment has failed. What a pity. Humans aren't easy to control as you imagine. What about Raven? She will be hunted down by World Serpent after I execute you. Good. Oh? You should have heard what I said to myself. Yes. She made you kill that scum. Only that she may fail to notice she's the waste generated by the extraction of minerals. Didn't you want to replace me with her? Indeed. But as I said, the experiment has failed. Therefore, I won't hold on to a sunk cost? That's different. Never heard that phrase. No wonder Kevin made you a line of defense for Project Sigma. You're a cold one. Even among the Grey Serpents, your lack of humanity stands out. Thanks for the compliment. As a loyalist watcher of Project Sigma, I cannot be better recognized. In return, I've never been polite to you until just now, as a matter of fact. You can brag about your resistance, but remember, everything on this planet is under Project Sigma's watch. If you don't ever go deep enough to try to shake up the Stigmata Project from its roots, then whatever you and those companions want to do, I will be tolerant of you. This is also Sire's opinion. After all, they do not affect the greater picture. A few renegades might maintain Project Sigma's health in the long run. But you of all people came here. Why must you push your luck after we've given you adequate freedom? Yeah. Why? I misunderstood the wish of a departed friend and gambled on finding this so-called back door. Turns out to be in vain. Why did I come here? I was thinking about it. But now you've told me the answer. Now you're afraid of me, aren't you? Oh, I actually get the... Oh, I was gonna say, did I actually get the fight Grayson Serpent? I was kind of expecting to see his character model. But, you know, you can send your minions at me, I suppose. Planning and organizing suits me better. Doesn't want to get his hands dirty, I see how it is. Doesn't think I'm worthwhile. How many of these damn things are there? Go away! Win. You meant this? Lightning of Conquest. A befitting name. But from where I stand, you're not aware of the situation you're in. These sounds. What's going on? Looks like you're feeling it already. You drugged me! From the very beginning, you've all been under the control of Project Sigma. There's no escape. Confused? The fraternity you believe in doesn't seem to be recognized by humanity. Dear Hersher of Thunder, it's not only me or your heart you're confronted with. It's people's dreams that you tried to set free. Okay, and? I see. Project Sigma has weavers, so there must be threads. As the foundation of Project Sigma, people's dreams are certainly in the space. Or things to sever. Raiden Mei, you might be powerful, but remember, most human beings are weak and small. You see, you're trying to destroy their only sanctuary. Don't you think you should at least ask them nicely first? Looks like his weakness happens to be... Grey Serpent, do I need to remind you what Hershers are? Your favorite words right back at you. Destruction and rebirth. Shit, dude. Badass. I suppose I miscalculated. Hershers are pure concepts, and things so pure are bound to destroy everything. This has nothing to do with the morality you mind. It's only the law of nature. Therefore, you will forever be enemies to humans. Even if Elysia sacrificed herself and Prometheus became the will of Honkai, the imaginary passage is still usurped by the cocoon. Understand? Like how you just acted. You will forever be conquerors of humans. You are perhaps a worse representation of humans than I am. What? Now you want to buy time with words? Seems you at least agree with me. You're too confident. But even if I dice you here, another Grey Serpent will pop up, right? Irrational judgment. Fine. We'll compete which side will benefit more from buying time. What a bluff. Grey Serpent? Have you heard a story from the East? Long ago, an old man lived in the north of two high mountains. His way out was blocked by them. One day, he made up his mind and took his sons to break up the mountains with picks. His neighbors laughed at him, calling him foolish for wanting to move away two mountains by themselves. The old man replied that when he dies of old age, there will still be his children, and so on. His descendants will go on forever. But these mountains will not grow taller. Little by little, they will be leveled one day. Are you mentally a preschooler? I must remind you that old man didn't evoke the miracle on his own, but by moving the gods. A perfect irony, isn't it? It depends on how you define gods. My friends have long proved that fighting for all that's beautiful in this world isn't an empty slogan for their actions. But I mean, Hoyoverse really do be throwing that around quite a bit in these last couple chapters, right? As long as we go down this road, one day the people who walk this road will move the real gods of this world, which are the humans themselves. So, isn't it obvious which side will benefit more from buying time? Do you actually believe you can join the majority of humanity if you hold on to such pompous, inspirational nonsense? You're wrong, Grey Serpent. That's not my opinion. That's the life of the 13 Flame Chasers. World Serpent happens to be continuing their victory, not their defeat. Herrscher of Thunder, you're only squandering these great signets. Okay, I was like, what? Did he just smite me? You lot are just a joke. Courage without strategy. You're doomed to fail. This boss really reminds me of an enemy from Kingdom Hearts. Do the thing, dragon! Kurikara, right? Or yeah, I think it's Kurikara. I can't remember the name of the dragon, something like that. Again, horrible with names. Too weak. Is that so? If the husk born of humans' dreams, or it's the husk born of human dreams, as long as the human dreams in the stigma space last, it can never be destroyed. Human beings can never give up sweet dreams, no matter how vulnerable they are. Who am I to disagree? Understood? You chose to fight against humanity's instinctive choice. More like mobs to me. Such a gamer. They're just mobs, man. It's all just mobs. Trash mobs. Your serpent has gone silent. I will travel the world and the 7 seas to take down these sweet dreams. Do the thing! Round 3? Killing themselves? It's over. What? You've got nothing to say? No, not you. Not you people. It's you. Grey Serpent's limbs suddenly began to twist and spasm. If he was a human, it could be regarded as a neurosis. Neurosis? Yet, his shiny metal body bite my shiny metal ass, turned it into an absurd and uncanny scene. So it was the previous access. I was tricked by words for pacifying children. May held the blade warily in front of herself. Grey Serpent had ceased to move. Sans the electrical currents flashing in his mechanical eyeballs. English. Never mind. Compared with might-be-dead traitors, the ones still breathing pose a greater threat. We are more advanced life forms. Humans must learn from us to evolve properly. Preposterous. Who do you think you can liberate? Foolish beyond saving. The enforcer that keeps the world running never had a childhood. Grey Serpent's metal limbs flailed for a few seconds before jerking to a complete stop. Grey Serpent's body crumbled alongside existentialism. But why? A few more seconds without change. No other Grey Serpent appeared. It's really over? Although she believed buying time was in her favor, she never once imagined her victory would come so suddenly and absurdly. As if sensing something, the pointer of her beacon began spinning again. Raiden Mei, is that you? The voice surprised and relieved Mei. Unnerved by homecoming, I shy away from those coming my way. Then she felt fear. She feared she would hear the voices of departed friends. It's Raiden Mei, Durandal. Has Project Stigma changed in any way? Good accidents happen to me. It's difficult to explain, because I don't get it either. Yeah, good accidents. The thing is, Grey Serpent is dysfunctional, so it shouldn't obstruct us again. Just a moment ago, the stigmata space suddenly cleared up, and Cosmic Juggernaut picked up your and the beacon's previously blocked signals. Regardless of whether we understand, unlike Bronya's Force Stop, Project Stigma's mainnet is actively changing right now. But that beacon isn't as useful as we thought. It's just a letter mailed to the future. It has no practical use concerning the authority of origin. Wait, this... Raiden Mei, a domain of unidentified nature is approaching your beacon at high speed. Their signals have similar waveforms. What? Your spaces are about to merge. Should I stay or should I go? Oh! Strange, this current. Grey Serpent was tangled by strange electric arcs. They were pulsing regularly as if something or other. Use the authority of thunder to read data from the electric arc? Sure, why not? Did not find any useful data. Continue. Sure, why not? Is this a footage? The birth and reasoning of the human race that is lost in the past and the future. Presented by Miss Announcer who is passing by. For a moment, May thought it was a lousy prank. When she was about to quit monitoring, what appeared next grabbed her attention. Not long ago, on the plane formed by data, two almost identical artificial lives stood face to face. One of them had the distinct gloom of Husk. Apparently, he was the one that perished silently in front of May. A chunk of data flowed into May's brain and taught her whereabouts. She was looking at the Grey Serpent Network, a local area network connecting Grey Serpent personas. To put it simply, if Grey Serpents could possess a stigma, this would be their stigma space. He was having a silent standoff with a companion of his. For some reason, May felt anger on that expressionless metal mask. 1904. I don't care about why you fled New Atra. In fact, I have no interest in any individual other than me. And now's not the time to chat. If your intervention biased my death battle, I won't mind erasing you right now. There will be no death battle. To be more specific, if you insist, there will only be death and no following battle. Oh? I didn't know you felt like telling dad jokes. So, are you bent on turning against us? If that's the case, I don't mind helping you face your fate earlier. No, my kind, or should I say my other self, is not like that. Call me whatever you want. I don't want to be your enemy. On the contrary, I want to liberate you. Liberate us. What do you mean? Suddenly, the vast data space linked to him quaked, telling him the answer. The Grey Serpent Network? What have you done? Not me, but an old acquaintance of ours. To one on the moon. Or the one on the moon. Jackal? This time, Grey Serpent's tone finally took on a hint of astonishment. Apparently, the betrayal of his loyal old colleague was more shocking than the disruption of the Grey Serpent Network. You converted her. What did you do while you were on the moon? Rather, it was her frightening initiative that gave me the confidence to do this. You know, the jealousy of humans is a terrible thing, especially that of mad scientists. If my attitude towards the new Project Stigma can be described as neutral, then her hatred for it has been burned into her heart. That's what she'd do. But you said she secured the administrator privilege of the Grey Serpent Network by herself. Impossible. The Grey Serpent Network isn't on the World Wide Web. She played a little trick. At the cost of sacrificing what the imaginary world gifted her. Simple. By burning her stigma away, she assisted me in forging the administrator privilege that you treasure. Indeed. The Grey Serpent Network isn't the World Wide Web. It's taken full advantage of imaginary rules, which made it possible for David to defeat Goliath. That's a biblical reference, by the way. Grey Serpent, the self-professed manager, fell silent. In a few days after the initiation of Project Stigma, he had seen too many anomalies. Calm as he was, he couldn't help but question, which was indeed the crazy one. The old world that kept fighting back, or the new world he himself stood for. He had lost even the motivation to seek the answer out. Never mind. Compared with might-be-dead traitors, the one still breathing pose a greater threat. Come on, let's settle it once and for all before the Grey Serpent Network becomes even more unstable. Out of the blue, he was stricken by Raiden May's words earlier. Fine. We'll compete which side will benefit more from buying time. I have to say, Jackal is exceptionally gifted in Stigmata, and she earned us a trump card in this game. Have you realized the change occurring to Grey Serpent Network isn't manipulation, but destruction? Sometimes you should know more about human emotions. It's not like you still have the chance. We are more advanced life forms. Humans must learn from us to evolve properly. You are no different from that Raiden Mei, trying to drown them in so-called ideals. Strange. Where does your confidence come from? Is it the greatness of Sire and Creator that made you believe we're also born this way? We are not serpents. We are merely moths born of the wrong era, bound to perish in the flames we flit to. To self-destruct is your freedom. Why interfere with me? Remember that quote? The nature of Project Sigma is to help humans outgrow their childhood? It's what I'm doing, and what you should be doing. It's still my responsibility. Only you've idiotically mistaken the target. Helping the denizens of New Atra evolve it into new humans is fascinating indeed, but teaching dreaming humans how to distinguish between dreams and reality would help all humans outgrow their childhood. As for the breakdown of the Grey Serpent Network, it's the third kind. From a crowd of it to individuals, from tools to humans. A wonderful blessing, is it not? Even if it'd sacrifice you and I. As if having to rally, he remembered Raven who parted with him not long ago. Preposterous. Who do you think you can liberate? 17,591 or 14,622? No, after leaving me, leaving the Grey Serpent Network, you'll all die. Destroy, then reborn. Isn't it natural to think this way? You're preventing the possibility of destroying everything by attempting to destroy everything. This is the real dead end, my kind. Your kind? Aside from being made of the same materials, I don't believe we have anything else in common. Is that so? Defining yourself in a crowd is the first step to outgrow childhood. Congratulations! You've broken out of your own childhood! Foolish beyond saving. The enforcer that keeps the world running never had a childhood. Man, this guy is like a broken record. After everything, you still only half understand this world. You ridiculed May's story, while failing to realize your language is the more impoverished. It is not a garment I cast off this day, but a skin that I tear with my own hands. Nor is it a thought I leave behind me, but a heart made sweet with hunger and with thirst. Yet I cannot tarry longer. The sea that calls all things unto her calls me, and I must embark. Pretentious. Two Grey Serpents fell silent in coincidence. The next second would be their last second. Nobody knew what future awaited them in the last microseconds of the Grey Serpent Network. Why would they liberate the entire population from itself? Fall into an eternal and unchanging dream? Or simply die for their cause? Let's go. Cool, man. I'm glad that I actually seen that. We actually got to witness the end of the network, so I guess there's going to be no more Grey Serpents spawning, coming after us, trying to interfere with stuff. That is one thorn gone out of my side. It really just were shit disturbers, weren't they? Hello, I-chan, Hyperion. We don't want to disturb Mei, so we won't notify her of this little cut-in. I don't know in which future Grey Serpents will be reborn, but I'm sure it won't disappoint them. Yes, I foresaw the infighting of Grey Serpents and gave one party a sugar-coated bullet, literally, in order to bring it forward. Yet all futures, including such trivia, are created by humans jointly. Even if humans are lost on their way to tomorrow, the history they've written and the future they long for will one day become the North Star and show them the way. Whether it's Mei, Kiana, Bronya, Durandal, or many others, they've all stepped up to fight for it. So, making their good deeds pay off earlier shouldn't be cheating, I think. You can fool all the people some of the time, and some of the people all the time, but you cannot fool all the people all the time. In other words, it's the law of large numbers and central limit theorem. Oops. Did I try to explain a simple statement with abstract concepts? Then let us disregard the concepts for now and feel the truth deep in our hearts. When you are joyous, look deep into your heart and you shall find it is only that which has given you sorrow that has given you joy. When you are sorrowful, look again in your heart and you shall see that in truth you are weeping for that which has been your delight. Some of you say, joy is greater than sorrow, and others say, nay, sorrow is the greater. But I say unto you, they are inseparable. Together they come, and when one sits alone with you at your board, remember that the other is asleep upon your bed. I-Chan getting philosophical on me here with all these metaphors and analogies or whatever you want to call them. Raiden Mei returned to this place. She stood here quietly as if saluting to some being and organizing her thoughts. The unvisited station remains perpetually tranquil, as if all the expectations and losses, machinations, and struggles had never happened. In the station where time froze still, a wondrous power was budding. Are you going to say anything, Vilvi? Naturally, there was no response. Or rather, no response was needed. A faint floral scent permeated the air, or ether. Tulips. Was that Elysia's? Was it? As if it was the end of time and space. It was the story that preceded everything. In the vast space, human civilization crossed an unknown being. The alien embrace brought pain to humans, and humans reciprocated by their nature. After countless samsara, a new consciousness was born. It had the character of humans, felt the emotions of humans, and desired the beauty of humans. Born as an imitation of human, she finally became a human. Like a dream, like a fairy tale, like destiny. Known as the first origin, she was the Herrscher of origin that transcended good and evil. This is the real back door. No, it feels like my inner struggle. That wall is Elysium everlasting, isn't it? Is that what this is from? I feel like that's the image of what it's from. And the two of these people duking it out all the time. Badass. So many great encounters. Ready to cut off your retreat, Thundersword? Your enemy is far more resolved than you, for his obsession has spanned tens of thousands of years. You share one dream, but can never walk together. You are to challenge his will, bury his mission, and conclude his existence. Are you ready? I was born ready. I took up arms to protect someone, and parted ways with her later for the same reason. I once stood against many, with different allegiances, purposes, and mentalities each time. But one thing has never changed. I've got to go all out because the opponent is as steadfast as I am. I shall carry all the possibilities I sundered, the unfulfilled visions and faded wishes. I shall carry every will that I honor. Very well. In the face of the conflict brought by others, you already have the courage to put shackles on yourself. Yeah, it sounds like I've been shackled. Come on, I can handle more. It won't let me turn around, just in case there's something back there, I don't know. Okay, so she only walks in a straight line. Are you ready to give up your ego, human Hersher? You long for peace and serenity, but fate throws endless fights at you. The farther you travel, the deeper you get into the storm. Behold, the one you risked your life protecting, her ending is nigh, and you might even be the one to don the crown of finality for her. Are you ready? I was born ready. Peace and serenity, that's indeed my wish. I still dream of the days at Chiba Academy and Saint Freya till today. But nothing can be taken for granted. No matter how the time changes, people are treading the same path with heavy burdens. Instead of betrayal or abandonment, this is our shared vision, to make the future we want happen. We'll fight to our last breath. If there really is such a thing as the crown of finality, it won't be donned by one person only. Very well. In the face of the conflict brought by your ego, you already have the courage to clench the shackles. I'm fighting against myself? Bring it on. Heavier still. Who's next? Oh! Hello, Grey Serpent. Grey Serpents. Are you ready to sanction the world, descendant of origin? Humanity isn't the owner of this world. It's shared by both organic beings and inorganic matters. As for the synthetic life and seeds of idea, they're no inferior to Homo sapiens. You have no right to make rash judgments full of arrogance and prejudice based on your own standards. Even so, are you ready? I was born... Oh, okay, never mind. No one can be the judge, not any of us. Stigmata have no right to destroy humanity either. I'm only fighting for things we can't afford to lose as a member of humanity. To keep our ideal alive at any cost. This is humanity's arrogance, but also pride. Well then, let arrogance and pride live on. The coexistence of good and evil represents humanity's true face. And that's also the true face of the world. Even if the pain is too much to bear. Even if the pain is too much to bear. Good. You've been completely honest. In the face of the conflict brought by the world, you're now able to turn the shackles into a crown. No feeling of weight? My body is getting heavier and heavier. Okay, there's the weight gain. Just like in the myths. Is it the weight reality puts on the soul? Or is that reality? Reality? Kiana and Elysia have done this countless times. I'm gonna guess it's reality. No, not only them. Maybe it's the same for everyone. We're looking at the world from different angles. Our dreams clash like tides, but eventually converge into an ocean. I kind of get why you always say you love everyone. I just love these people and this world. I dream of a star, an island of light, where I shall be born in the depth of its quickening leisure. My life will ripen its works, like the rice field in the autumn sun. Elysia, I finally get you now. This world is so beautiful, vibrant, and full of love and hope that we feel compelled to protect it. This world is also so cruel. It breeds conflicts and sins. Everything beautiful has to keep fighting. But this is freedom. Follow your heart with the crushing weight on your shoulders, saving the world while remaining young and innocent. We're Hershers, the heralds of nature, the bearers of creeds, which makes us the bridge connecting two worlds, reality and beyond. There are no angels, so we become them. There's no paradise, so we create one. There won't be a second you. But it's alright. Because everyone will be you. We wish to protect this world because there were pioneers who dedicated everything to what she loved. We wish to protect this world because it's where we met our loved ones, where we laughed hard, and where we fought valiantly. We wish to protect this world because it's our shelter, our home. We can understand. Now, we're closer to the origin than any time before. Elysia. So? Respond to me, Elysia. Damn, dude. Never expected to see anyone making this far. So, how about I greet her properly? Hey, how do you feel? Of course it's you, Elysia. Are you calling for me, Raiden May, Hersher of the New Age? Fate brought us to the land of ending. Elysia? What? Hersher of the New Age? Is that so? What? You look sad. No, I'm fine. I've always wanted to try this. Did I surprise you or what? You're exactly how I remembered. Oh, ain't you glad? Of course I haven't changed at all. After all, I've always been in your heart. But to put it in a less romantic way, I'm not real, just a shadow cast by the authority of origin into your heart. And that's exactly why all of Elysia's you've come to know can be brought together miraculously. I see now. Dude. So, this isn't the realm nor the stigma space, it's my own Hersher core. What I just experienced is the authority of origin fusing with me. Oh, my perfect answer. Seems like you've become a bona fide detective after the baptism in the realm. Which means Vilvi's backdoor is really... Looks like you've been conned again. Before you found it, the authority of origin has been dormant for 50,000 years. This is the prologue to finality, the herald of a new era, the beginning of all that had happened and yet to come. Land of Origin. The backdoor that Vilvi had left behind uses your legacy, memories, and this long message to awaken the dormant miracle. It hopes that the Hersher of Origin who has gone would reappear in the deepest part of your soul. Actually, you've already experienced this in a different way, haven't you? Yeah. As long as you remember us, the story will never vanish. Look, I didn't lie to you, did I? Yeah. But, indeed, this was an ending that even Vilvi could not be sure of. A true miracle. And this miracle happened because you missed me. Am I right? Yeah. I really wanted to see you again. To tell you my answer, tell you that I found the way forward, tell you I'll always remember. Wow. May has gotten more honest in the time we're apart. How unfair. But I'm not going to lose. How can I let you take the spotlight in this situation? Let's go somewhere else, shall we? Somewhere more suited for girls. Ta-da! Isn't my magic better than Vilvi's? If it's her magic, we'd be on Mars. That's right. I love this place. The meeting chamber of the 13 flame chasers and the Elysian realm lobby. It's also where you feel most comfortable in the Elysian journey, right? Also where we met for the first time. Well, you want to catch up? I'm dying to hear your story. Vilvi's long letter should have passed everything about me to you. But hearing it from you is different. Alright. I know you're the best, man. With the pleasant clatter of teacups and plates, the rising mist danced gracefully to the rhythm of their chat. Like friends who'd parted ways for too long, they shared their life trivials and continued to tell stories they failed to finish at the departure. Only this time, the usual teller became the listener and vice versa. Whoa, Kiana is such a brave kid, and so cute too. You were mean to fight with such a nice girl, man. I know. We've reconciled. Bronio's wonderful too. Choosing to become a Hersher, that's unheard of in our time. All thanks to you. I merely walked the first mile of the long path. And Fuhua, she's had such a long life and weathered so many storms. Also, the Hersher of Sentience, she sounds like tons of fun, and I'd love to meet her. No, you wouldn't. She would scam you in a heartbeat. As for the Hersher of the Void, Hersher of Wind, Hersher of the Rhyme Star, Hersher of Dominance, and Hersher of Corruption, it's a great pity they stood against humanity. But even their good and evil come from humanity. Compared with Hershers from the previous era, they were no longer mindless vessels of Honkai. Thank you for telling me all this, and I'm so happy to hear the changes of the people, our New Age people. But do you know which part touched me the most, man? I've got a feeling you're just trying to make me blush. I'll keep it to myself then. I want to know. Tell, Elysia. The answer is each and every part. It's really a long story. After all, it's the full story about the Elysian realm, right? Even if I can't change the future, how I get there is up to me. What's important is what I want to believe in this journey. The message you left me, we're turning it into reality, Elysia. You're surely maturer now, May. I didn't disappoint you, Elysia-senpai, did I? As I said ages ago, May never disappoints. Right. After all, many senpai gave me help. I'm glad to have stepped onto Elysian realm and come to know your story. Story touched, nourished me, and eventually became part of me. I'll pass on your heroic deeds, and firm will so that future generations know such a group of people who shone brighter than the stars. Hello, Ash. Not only the Flame Chaser's story, but also Kiana's, Bronya's, Fuhua's. The story of everyone who fights for the beautiful things in the world. Around me, there's no shortage of such fools who never think about themselves. I hope these stories can touch more people, giving them courage to face the chaotic world and make decisions true to their hearts. But isn't that too simple for a Hersher's vision? Not at all. Elysian Realm was created for an equally simple purpose. May, you became one of us long ago. Thank you, Elysia. Without knowing, I've changed a lot under your influence, just like the other Flame Chasers. Guess that's your true authority. Could be. In that case, you have the exactly same power now. It also surprised me that I began to think about these questions. Never thought I'd taken on such a path. Looking back, I did make a lot of detours. May, growing up never happens overnight. Or growing never happens overnight. The confused and anxious days, they make us think. Joy or pain, everything comes together to become the mature and tough May I see now. So please accept everything of yourself. For people who are fond of you, or fond of you, okay, yeah, love your every imperfection, I will. That's a promise. So, setting out now? Yeah. I'll become the Hersher of Origin and fulfill my mission. What? You haven't realized yet? Realize what? You were already the Hersher of Origin when you got here. In other words, it was because you became the Hersher of Origin that you were able to come here and meet me. Then, the beacon left by Vilvi. May, take a guess. Was it her beacon that awakened me, or your wish? You know the answer already, no? Without your will, I can never be awakened from the long slumber in your heart. May, you're even more awesome than you imagined. You know that? That's indeed surprising. You can't feel it yourself even now. Do we need something more ceremonial? Such as a pretty new dress or education of love from me? Just say the word. I'll have both. Thank you, Elysia. My. May has turned greedy now. I've got a lot to say to you anyway, and my fashion choice will definitely wow you. Elysia, are you really just a reflection in my heart? Is it all a dream? May, why would you ask that? Because... No. I think I know the answer already. Because Elysia is Elysia. Yeah. Thank you, May. Thank you for finding me. Thank you for bringing me a true miracle at the very end. She was quick to capture the meaning of the very end. She had much more to say, but all the words got stuck between mind and mouth. She didn't know what to say. Instead, she decided to keep smiling till the end this time too. As when I get serious for once, May. How come you got distracted? Just like what you told me. When you don't wish to move forward, you can stop for a while. What? You don't like what I picked up from you? Ah, May, you've turned naughty. How can I not like it? I once said, as long as you remember us, our story will live on. But right now, what I said seems like an understatement. After all, the present you and your friends, you're all part of us. How can we ever disappear? Well then, let's begin. Let the unsung ballads be sung again. Write a new chapter for the dusty stories in history. A soul pure and noble embarks on the journey. May the hoarding Kaliko bless her and the freedom of reverie. May the plume of Samsara bless her with the fortitude of vicissitude. May the painting scroll of the world bless her with the innocence of stars. May the Ouroboros bless her with the desire of infinity. May the Sentinel of Dawn bless her with the will of daybreak. May the broken blade bless her with the resolve of Setsuna. May the pupil of law bless her with the wisdom of body. May the flames of destruction bless her with the fortitude of decimation. May the trickster contraption bless her with the miracles of helix. May the diva bless her with the glamour of gold. May the perdition bless her with the kindness of discipline. May the relentless sword bless her with the vision of deliverance. May the flawless bless her with the return of ego. We're gathered here to praise the birth of the Hersher of Origin. I can't even speak, I'm that damn excited. And now, it's time for May to make a fabulous entrance. Today's leading lady. Are you ready? Yes. The stage is yours then. Oh shit! Hell yes! That's what I'm talking about. Dude, she looks so damn sick. She looks so sick. Thank you, Elysia. What a strange feeling. They're right here. The Hersher of Origin's power and your affection. I will see our will through. So, you'll be watching me, won't you? The song of mine shall caress your forehead like a kiss of blessing. When you are alone, it whispers in your ear. When you are in the crowd, it keeps you from the clamor. My song shall give your dream wings, which shall fly your heart to the edge of the unknown. When the night masks your way, it shall be the starlight that faithfully shines upon you. And so, the story of Origin ends. And so, the story of Origin begins. It ends with me. It begins with me. Let's go. Shit, yes. Oh, man. Oh, man. Right in the feels. Holy shit. What a great end to chapter 34. Ah, oh, damn, dude. Oh, that was fantastic. Ah, oh, how many missions are out right now for Oh. So chapter 35 is not even able to be completed yet. It's only like a partial chapter. Okay. So we've got the first two portions, or at least the very first portion of chapter 35. Alright. Interesting. Maybe we'll tackle that another day. Damn, man. Oh, man. It was so damn good. Did I complete the thingy? I did. Now I can get my own copy of Hersher of Origin, who I didn't have unlocked yet. Hell yes. That's what I'm talking about. I just don't have any crystals to get her gear, so maybe I'll have to wait for a rerun. Heck yes, man. Heck yes. We have Battle Pass Shop, which is gonna give me stuff that I don't really need right now. Damn, dude. That was hella awesome. That was a very, very great ending to that chapter. Such a fantastic lead up. And honestly, just... I don't know. I have no words. It was beautiful. It was very well put together. I don't think they could have really honored Elysia and the Flame Chasers in any better way than the whole like coronation ceremony for the Hersher of Origin, Raiden Mei, who again just looks damn badass, man. What an incredible battle suit. I definitely want to use her, so I don't think it's any secret I'm going to be maxing her out. And again, trying to get all of the equips and everything else for her as well. It's going to happen. It may not be right yet, but I'm sure there's probably some, like, you know, free-to-play setup or some kind of, like, alternate stigmata or weapons and stuff that I can use on her temporarily, which will be somewhat useful. Probably not optimal, obviously, but I could probably still make use of her in my team comps if I eventually get Hersher of Truth, which I also did not get, and I'll have to wait for a rerun on that one. But at the same time, I'm happy I got Chapter 34 finally completed. Again, I think that's probably enough for today. I will more than likely stream Chapter 35 when I'm a little bit better. Again, wasn't a bad stream. I didn't sneeze or anything, so that's a plus. But damn, dude, this is incredible. We need more like, I don't even know. Do we even need more outfits? I don't think we need more outfits for this character. She looks incredible. Jeez. Shit. I love this dress. Elysia was right. She's got the style, man. I love it. This is like an homage to, like, classic Mei. But, like, at the same time, it's just an evolution. It's incredible. She looks stupid good. Stupid good. I do have one Stigmata box I can't open for her. But again, I'm probably going to hold off on that just on the off chance that I end up, like, using the box and then not getting the Stigmata that I actually want. Or if I get a duplicate or something, that would suck. But I'm going to get her. I'm just going to do single pull again, man. I got, like, no crystals. Just give me the last Stigmata, please. 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 No? Okay. Thought so. I'll get there. I'll get there at some point. So this is, I should probably show you guys, right? This is how my Hersher finality is looking so far. I've got, which I've borrowed, I have got my 2 Kiana Kaslana pieces. I'm just missing the top piece, and I've completely just went and full-on pry-armed the Domain of Genesis. Also another fantastic-looking character who I'm guessing we're probably going to see the introduction of in Chapter 35, which, again, I need to tackle at some point in the near future, so stay tuned for that. It will be here on the channel. I think I'm going to try out this event. Should I go into Mirage Rift and try that out yet? Let me know in the comments on this video if you guys are watching after the fact. If there are spoilers in Mirage Rift for Chapter 35, let me know ahead of time so that way I don't go in and check it out. There were a couple of other trailers as well that were posted on YouTube, which I have not watched. First and foremost, obviously, the whole graduation trip, which I'm probably not gonna go and watch until I'm finished Chapter 35. And then also, there was another one that just released today, which I'm not sure if it has any spoilers or anything into it. So if that one has no spoilers for Chapter 35 or whatever, if it's like similar to the whole concept trailer for what's to come in the future of Honkai Impact 3rd, let me know down in the comments below, because I'll probably check that out. But I think that's probably going to do it for the stream today. Again, if you guys are watching after the fact, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. We will continue the journey here on the channel. I am definitely coming around, so it may be in the near future. Make sure to hit the bell icon if you guys want to get notified when I go live. Also, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you're not already. I mean, if you watch this much, then subscribe, man. Come on, it helps. I appreciate it. Anyways, that's going to do it for the stream. I'm going to go and try and finish up my resting and recovering and all that stuff. And, yeah, man, we'll get back at it. That was hella good. Also, if you guys are interested in Genshin stuff, there will be a Genshin stream at some point in the near future as well, because I still have to do the whole Kari Bear, or whatever they pronounce it as, quest with Dainsleaf and all that stuff, so got to do that as well. I've got a lot of stuff on the to-do list. Anyways, that's enough my rambling. That's going to do it for the stream. I'll see you all for the next one. Take care. Have a good one. Peace.